Welcome to the Startup Grind. Talk about just a little bit, and then we'll get back to Stripe. Talk a little bit about Paul Graham. You know Paul Graham probably as well as any of the YC founders do. What makes Paul Graham specifically so good? What makes him unique? And how has he helped you in your startups?
He kind of reminds me a bit of Peter Thiel, actually. He just makes these surprising connections and comes up with these like surprising ideas that are things that I have not thought of. And I mean, like, I guess I feel like lots of investors are sort of pretty good at the kind of quotidian things, like helping you close other deals, or you have a question at how should I grant options, or like what lawyer should I use? I mean, there are lots of investors that I think can give you pretty good advice there. Like usually I find the conversations that are most kind of useful with Paul are like thinking about some like totally new area or something, and go to Paul, and he just I come back with sort of 10 ideas that I had not thought of, and like some of them are really outlandish and like terrible ideas, and some of them are good. And I don't know. I think that like both Paul Graham and Peter Thiel sort of have this property where they sort of look at the world kind of sideways and just like see it slightly differently to everybody else. And I'm not sure if that's kind of an acquired thing, or that's a kind of a consequence of having seen so many other companies, or something they actually kind of explicitly put effort into or whatever. But regardless of sort of what it is, I think that's the thing that most strikes me about Paul.
Is there anything that he's not very good at?
Take
that as a no.
He's not very good at sort of feigning interest in something that he doesn't care about. And so if he'll get like really taken with like some particular thing that you could do with the business, and you'll be like and then you'll move on to some other topic, and for example, say you're talking about like how you should issue options, and now you're like thinking about how you should issue options, and like Paul is sort of 10 minutes back in the conversation thinking, and you know what you should really do, and that's actually this like giant take over the world plan with some like path that you have never thought of. Yeah.